way the community decided to order rotary every night, and the company's done everything in its power either to desecrate it or tear it down by means of government and council policies. The sad thing about this is affecting nobody, yet multinationals from the far side of this world will come in and dictate to the local community that the statue should be here or not. They don't know it. The community doesn't know it. Every person on this land has the same right. It should not be dictated by big business or corporate entities that thinks that they can put a value on the community or people or a race of people. Sadly, these guys do politicians, MLAs, councillors, MPs, every one of them seems to be, there you see, well versed in reasons why they can't speak about it, but none of them can open their mouth about the concerns of the community.
Shocking. They'll rot in hell for it.
You see, that there, they actually have this plan here below us,
right,
that is going to be one of their waste dams. It's actually a water dam. That whole void
this down here,
whole void in there, is actually on their plans. They're going to actually have it as a waste storage dam in relation to either the processed water or the additional water that they're going to collect to put through the process. You see the ones here today are blown by Claudia, Phoenix.
Yeah, all over this direction here.
That's the back of the Sperrins, And the prevailing ones here are the highest mountain ranges in the Sperrins, really. The prevailing ones here will carry it from all corners of this country. So, at the end of the day, if you're happy enough that a dust is classified as norm, naturally occurring radioactive material, it's going to blow over, like you get the sand of the Sahara, it's going to blow over your house, your children, your parents, and they're going to breathe that in at some stage.
With it on the 5G network, you'll be walking about lit up like a light bulb, so you would.
Again, I would say what they want in relation to all that. Areas like this here, they want to depopulate them.
Yeah.
They want to have this in an industrialised zone.
District 12.
Yeah. And the only aspect of this is,
and over there is Desert Martin and all that, and
over
the
far side of the hill,
over the far side of that big hill. Now it's all cloudy here today.
Normally you see the two mountains of Sperrins all in dark, so that would be straight in front of us. And and behind that there, you have Dungiven, Feeney.
All up around the north coast, the protected area, the protected land of the Giants Causeway and all. It's all earmarked.
There's no protected land now, because our politicians
have sold us out.
Yes.
And that's just the long and short of it. And they reckon now the DUP will collapse Stormont. They will collapse Stormont, and then it will go back to direct rule, and none of them then will have their hands dirty with this. But the direct rule and the Radioactive Waste Management Company, a UK state-owned corporation, which is looking to dump radioactive waste in our mountains here, in this mountain range. Dig out the granite, make the money from the granite, take the gold, take all our resources out of our country, and then so the UK can achieve zero net emissions by 2030. We're going to be their dumping site.
But there was a white paper actually put out in 2014, and it was the DUP and Sinn Féin that actually signed up to it. We were the only actual area of the UK that said that they were prepared to look into storing of British nuclear waste. That was reviewed again, it was either 2016 or 2018, and it's up for review again. Now, your political parties, no matter what side of the divide, signed up to that.
Yeah.
They know what's coming down the road. This thing of us, we're not informed, I'll look into that. It doesn't wash no more.
It's the exact same abortion law. Brandon Lewis, who's the Secretary of State, says the courts have decided on this, so whether or not the parties agree on this, we will be writing it in, so it will be going ahead. And it's the exact same with this year, because the Secretary of State, once they get this year a direct rule, which means London and the House of Commons will be, and the Secretary of State will have full rule over Ireland again, when the DUP and Sinn Féin again cannot, after the new decade new approach, cannot agree agree to disagree, and they're going to hold our country to ransom and fill it with nuclear waste, and that's just the long and short of it.
Well, sadly, it was the 5 main parties that actually signed up.
Well, you see, SDLP have just shown themselves for what they are. They're looking vaccine passports now. They're socialist communists, the whole lot of them, socialist communists, all under the gaze of a religion, either Catholic or Protestant. Doesn't matter. They're fucking evil.
There's a new divide in this country. There is a new them and us. And the them and us is the politicians and the people. And personally, I think it's about time that the people actually got up their chairs.
Get off their fucking knees. Get off their knees.
And actually fucking put it up to these guys.
Where's the fighting Irish? Now there is a template going out. I have it out, and it's till Egrington planning permission place in Derry, the DFI, okay, and all you have to do is print it, sign it, put your address on it, put it into an envelope, send it by recorded delivery or first class. Tell that address. The more people we get doing this here, we need everybody in Ireland. I've been to meetings up and down the country, and I've heard more people saying, well, what can we do? What can we do? I'm going to tell you now what you can do. You can print this out, and you can fucking sign it, and you can get it up to the planning office in Egrington in Derry, because if you don't people by 2025 we're going to have no country. Well, if it even gets that stage.
You can put it into the same perspective as that the 3 biggest words in the English language is coulda, woulda, shoulda. You know, when your neighbours, your children, your family, and everybody else has been affected through all these processes that's currently been dogged down upon us, there's no point in saying we could have stopped it, we should have stopped it. You know, you're
better being 6 months too early than 1 second too late. And if you take the T out of can't, what do you get? Can. I want people with a I can do attitude. No more this year, I can't do. What can I do? I'm only one person. I'm only one fucking person too. And this man standing beside me is only one person. And whenever there's a load of us standing together, we become powerful. We are the people. We the people. And you don't understand the power that the people do have. And these politicians are running scared that we actually find our voice, because we're actually operating under a banana republic at the minute, north, south, east and west, and it is all cronyism. If you look at Sinn Féin and you look at them all, they've all getting donations there, £4.7 million from some man in England and things like that. And then if you look at the Democrat Party, like who disarmed Ireland?
Well, who's to say that
Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton came over here in 1990 and turned on the Christmas tree lights in Belfast, and they disarmed Ireland, and then all the top politicians were running about, instead of Christmas jumpers, they were running about in Armani suits. Wake up, people, wake up. These people don't give a fuck, because they're all millionaires now. They can move off and go and live in their villas in Spain, because you know something, the wars that they fought in this country years ago has went out the window. They've lost that. They're not patriots of Ireland anymore. They're not patriots, and I mean that there as in Protestant, Catholic, everything. They're no more patriots of Ireland or anything, because if they did, every one of them men years ago and women years ago, and even the soldiers, all died to protect these lands, and now they want to fill it fucking full of radioactive waste. This isn't nuclear waste. This is radioactive. The active being the operative word. It's fucking active. So you need to waken up, people. This is happening. This is happening, like.
And as I've said before, the unionist community has fought for 40 years for Ulster. You know, the nationalist community has fought for 40 years for Ireland, or the 6 counties. Why now, whenever people has the thing at their grasp, is both communities
going to just give it away?
Hand it away. Hand it away to big business, hand it away to corrupt politicians, hand it away to corporations that don't even...
Aren't even off this country. They're not off this country. They don't care. This is like the vulture funds down south. they're coming here to take, because they've sold out everything in Ireland. Because Ireland's bankrupt, or was bankrupt, and they sold everything out in Ireland to these foreign banks, and these for a debt is there to be recalled, and now they're in to recall it. The Chinese, the CCP, I have things. There with the SDLP doing Nicola Mallon and people like that doing deals with the CCP. Hey, people, you need to waken up here. This isn't about green or orange or anything like that there, because I'll tell you, I have more than friends on the other side of whatever faith I am, and I'll tell you, every one of them are feeling the same as what I am at the minute. Things aren't right. The country's broken, and they want to destroy our country and our children's futures. And I'm not talking about vaccines here. I'm talking about the very soil that we're standing on. Now, there's a bunch of people up there, and you'll see them, and they're actually up there because this is a protected bog. And if you want to take this wee bit of that,
again, it's only protected because the powers that be, if the normal citizen wanted, or person wanted to actually do something, you have to ask permission. Whereas big business can come in and they can dig out bog, they can cope forests, they can do whatever they want, and the realms of inward investment is, I think, the dirty word that the politicians use. You know, at the end of the day, this is all our land. Every single one of us, no matter where you live, no matter what part of the country, no matter whether you own, rent, whatever, we all have the same right to the land. And we're the ones that's fallen down and sleeping on our watch, letting this being more or less stole out from under the future generations of this country.
Well, under Article 9.2 of the fundamental law of this state, and that's the whole island of Ireland, on the, which was enacted on the 29th of December 1937, the Bunrock na Hern. And under Article 9.2 it says, fidelity to the state and the nation is a fundamental and political duty of all citizens. That includes you, whoever's listening to this here. If you're from Ireland or you have Irish blood in you, we want you shouting about this. We want you shouting about this in America, because these Brits don't give a fuck about us anymore. Look at Boris Johnson. They just laugh at you. When he's going to waken up people, these people are laughing at you in the TV. Like when Matt Hancock was talking about the first people that got injected, he says William Shakespeare got injected there. William Shakespeare was dead over 500 years ago. Now, who in their right mind in today's world would call their child William Shakespeare? You know, you need to think about these things, people. And if you don't believe me, just go on to YouTube and Google Matt Hancock talking about William Shakespeare and getting injected. You know, this is the insanity of this. It's just complete insane.
It's the make-up word of politicians.
Yeah. And
you know, they can come out, they can claim anything, nobody questions it.
Nobody questions it. We're gonna. I pledge myself to this now. We'll fight to the death for this here, because this isn't happening. I live 10 miles out the road from this place, and this is earmarked for near enough 28% or 25% of Northern Ireland's lands, and it's all around the coast, up around Larne, up around the north coast of the Giants Causeway and all, or selling point where there are golf courses and are...
in real terms too, actually 70% of from Sperrins and Dalradion District Council area is currently under licence.
My God, because if you look at that there diagram illustration that I showed, the illustration that I showed of it, it shows from Donegal right down to Fermanagh, and Fermanagh they can't put this into Fermanagh because it's not granite. Fermanagh is our wetlands, and it's the only county in the 6 counties that they have an earmark for this. It's absolutely shocking, people. It's a call to every man and woman in Ireland. I don't care, north, south, east and west, because this is squeaky bum time. They're going to collapse Stormont. And once it collapses Stormont, it returns to direct rule. Once it turns to direct rule, these British aristocrats that own and have big stakes in these corporations are selling us out so they can reach zero net emissions by 2030. Agenda 2030 is real, people. It's fucking real, and it's here in our country. You mightn't see it here yet, but if they get a fucking chance, they're going to get the bulldozers in here, and the cyanide and poison our waters that you drink. It's absolutely shocking. That statue was put up here on a snowy night, and there was no tracks or no nothing, and that's a statue of Our Lady. The corporations have decimated it, written you whore and all that over a statue. Now, I don't care about your political beliefs. Everybody has the right to religion, belief, and practice a religion or a belief of their own choosing. That's an unalienable right, and I afford that to Protestants and to Catholics, to Jews, to Muslims, to anybody. This isn't about religion anymore, folks. This is absolutely shocking. I'm going to pause this and go up here, tell this statue, and get a closer look at it.